So, hi guys, welcome to another episode of Blessings Gardens. So, today we're going to be talking about planting peppers, harvesting them. I will be taking you through the process of how to plant the pepper, right? It's going to be a lot of talking, so I hope that you pay attention and come with me. One thing about pepper is that pepper is actually one of the easiest crops to plant, right? For my folks in Nigeria, I have been hearing about how pepper has become very expensive. And I'm here to tell you, you don't really need to be buying peppers if you can plant yours, especially given the fact that peppers grow really fast and, they get to produce a lot when they grow out. I have like a bag of peppers that I have harvested. Just give me a minute. I'm going to show you. So in here, I put it in the fridge, but this whole pepper came from my garden. I have like 2 tomatoes inside, but this whole bag of pepper came from my garden, right? So you don't need to buy pepper if you can just follow the steps that I am showing you. As I was saying, one thing about planting pepper is that pepper would always and always give you the resources that you need to plant it. It's not difficult. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So when you open the pepper, I wish I could make this visual, right? But maybe in my upcoming videos, I will do that. When you open pepper, you notice in the middle, you have a bunch of seeds. Now, that is the key to your next pepper plant, right? Because all those seeds individually represent every single pepper plant that you can have, which is why I would always advise that if you're looking to plant pepper in the long run, right? If you're looking to plant pepper, just save those seeds. And the second thing you want to do after saving those seeds is that you want to dry it up. But let's take the rest of the class right outside in the garden. Come with me. So hi guys, this is actually one of my pepper plants, right? This is called the hot pepper. And one thing I would always talk about the hot pepper is that, it's also very easy to plant. Same process, the seeds from the middle of the pepper, right? You want to get a container this size. If you have a bigger one, no problem. If this is all you have, it's okay. What you want to do is that you want to make sure that underneath your containers, you have enough hole for the water to drain out. You don't want to use a bucket without putting the holes in the bucket, right? So you pierce or you perforate the hole, under the bottom of the bucket, and then you plant your seeds inside, the soil. Remember, the template is what? Soil, kitchen waste, and soil, right? Every time you're making up your what's it called? Your soil that you put inside the bucket, always make sure it is soil, kitchen waste, and soil. And then one beautiful thing about peppers is that you can see, I'm going to take you on a closer look before I harvest them. They grow a lot. I think I did my last harvest 2 days ago, and then I'm here to do another one. I'll take you on my other, peppers as well. So the pepper eventually would grow. I think takes about a month to 2 months, but once it starts growing, it never stops. So if you have a small space of this size or you have more, I think that's the key to planting your own pepper, especially if you like to eat pepper a lot. So I had to adjust the camera so that you can come with me as I harvest. Apparently it's not close enough, but I think it works out, right? So this is me harvesting my peppers from the plant. Because my mom told me, well, when they are ready, you need to get them off so that new ones can grow. And surprisingly, it has been the biggest plant truth I've heard in a while. So yeah, here are my peppers. It's just a little for today, but most times when I leave it for a long time, you have more coming out. Remember, I did my last harvest 2 days ago, and then in 2 days, I'm having this again from the garden. So I actually have other peppers, right? While the hot pepper was actually purchased from Walmart, I planted these ones from scratch. So this is the jalapeno pepper. It doesn't grow so much most times to have just one or two on the plant, right? Not so much. It doesn't grow so much. And then the next one I have are the habaneros, right? Usually buy them from the market. They're either red or yellow. And we Nigerians like to use it in cooking soup majorly because of its spiciness, right? So the habanero pepper grows a lot. You can see there's so much on the plant at the moment. So right here on the left of your screen, this is called a serrano pepper. And on the right of your screen, it's still starting up. It's a bell pepper. I must say, pepper is like every other plant. It requires care. You need to pay attention to its leaves. My sister would always say that if you water pepper too much, it ends up losing its spice, which is why I would tell you to pay attention to the leaves, right? You may not want to water every day, but you may want to water every other day. If the leaf starts drooping or falling off, your pepper is telling you that, well, I'm hungry, I need water, or I need sunlight, something is just wrong with me, right? You have to look at your leaves to monitor how your plant is doing. Another thing, when your pepper begins to produce, you also want to trim the leaves at the bottom part of the plant. This is because the leaves at the bottom part of the plant, they take the nutrient, which now makes it difficult for the nutrient to travel up to the top stems and then to the pepper itself. You need to trim the bottom leaf because all they do is take space and prevent nutrient from going upwards. And then the last thing, like every other plant, I believe pepper is actually one of the sturdiest. It withstands all weathers to a very large extent, and it withstands harsh fertilizers, which I know I once made a mistake of using. My peppers survived, while a lot of my other plants like tomatoes died. So planting pepper, following everything I've said, you are just one step away from depending on the market woman to give you your own pepper. You can actually make yours. And I hope to see you in my next episode where I discuss something else, which I have absolutely no idea of what that is going to be. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.